And you hear a lot of guys talk about that first timer success, a guy that's never hunted before. That he's been out and went to Cabela's and got suited up, got him a gun or a muzzle loader and a climbing stand, and has no clue and walks in right behind that pond. Goes up a tree, and at dark he shoots a giant because it's it's a spot that a guy that's super educated in hunting would never hunt. And the first timer gets in there and blasts a giant.
Yep. You go back to, like say 20 years ago, things were a little different than they are now. Nowadays, kids get catered to and get put in the best spots and stuff. But if you go back, beyond 20 years ago, it used to be that kids had to earn their way into deer camp. And when they come into deer camp, they kind of get like, that's Uncle Joe's area. This is Tom's area. This is Mike's area. You got to find your own area. And there'd be some little crappy piece off to the side. They'd stick these kids. And I used to write for magazines and stuff, and I'd often do the articles on successful hunts. And I found it overwhelming how many times these kids, the first year they'd go out hunting, would get stuffed off in the side where they would think maybe they'll shoot a doe over there. And they'd shoot the biggest buck anybody's ever seen on the properties. And it would happen so often that I knew there had to be something to it. And it would almost always be like one of those overlooked spots. They'd get stuffed off in the corner where they wouldn't be bothering any of the guys that were hunting. And they'd just kill these giants. Or a new hunter that would join a group would get stuffed over there. And it'd be an area that they don't hunt.
Yeah, an old timer told us one time, he said, if you're walking more than 100 yards from the parking spot, you're probably going too far.
Right.
Pretty good stuff.
Yep. It's nice to kill them in them overlooked spots too, because they're usually real close to the road and you don't have to drag them very far.
Yes, that's right.
Especially when you're by yourself or something. That deer I killed in Nebraska by myself, I was pretty thankful it was only about 500 yards from the truck where I shot him. If you want to watch more videos, there's options here and here. And if you want to subscribe, you can just click right here.